Hello my friends and welcome to episode 87 of The Wanderer. Since the last episode when we lost 1-0 to Nancy to that free kick, we played RC Lens, we won 1-0, Filip Stuperovic with a goal. Then we played Lyon. Stuperovic got injured in this game unfortunately, but Bonnet and Goncalves Oliveira stepped up to the plate to give us a 2-0 victory against Lyon. Very good win there. Also shockingly, they had one of the Newcastle 5 in their team. If you don't know who that is, that's basically 5 players who came on loan from Newcastle to Rangers when they were in the Championship. And only, I think, 2 of them played, no, sorry, maybe 3 of them played. One of them played 2 games at the end of the season, one played 1 game. The other one played fairly well, to be fair. The other 2, including one that was in the Lyon team, never kicked a ball for Rangers. It was very, very surreal feeling. Then we played Olympique Marseille. We won 4-1. Gonzalo and Goncalves getting the goals for us, as well as an own goal. Played very, very well in this game. Some of the goals, as you will see in their little highlights package, were absolutely phenomenal. That leaves us 3rd in the league, equal on points with Monaco, behind on goal difference. We are currently 8 points behind Paris Saint Germain, who we play today. If you look at the top goal scorers, Goncalves Oliveira up there, equal joint top. Stuperovic up with the assist as well, and I believe Bonnet just behind on that as well. So smashing stuff there from our boys. The other thing I want to mention is Hearts have their jobs came available again. Helps if we've got a job centre. Their job has become available. Their manager, staff history, if we go with history, managers, Paulo Sousa, left manager role, he's gone to Bournemouth. Done a fairly decent job there. You know, he won the league last year on goal difference. Of course, we put him in pretty good shape for that, so great stuff there. Lewis Craig, our former assistant manager, has taken charge of things there. They're sitting 4th in the league, so it kind of surprises me he's got to step up to Bournemouth. At the same time, he's 9 points behind Celtic with the champions. However, if we go back, he did get them their first ever win in the Champions League, smashing Marseille 4-0. Z Gomez hat-trick and a Cavaglia goal. Good to see them all playing well. They've got a tough group in the Champions League, Bayern, Real Madrid and Marseille, but that win will be very, very good for their finances. And a point behind Bayern means they've actually got a chance of getting some progression in terms of European football, so it's good to see that. Even just as a Scottish football fan, Celtic didn't make it again, I believe. I'm not sure if they made the Europa League, I can't remember, I've not checked all that. Anyway guys, that's a little trip down memory lane. We are going to get into today's game. I'll catch you all pitch side in just a second. So this is a team that we are lining up against the millions and millions available to PSG. We've gone with Garnier in goal, with Patev, Hasebe, and Ruket giving an all regen back 4 with Sambia and Rodriguez, another regen on the wing back positions. Gomez and Adam take the midfield. Gomez of course against his former club, with Oliveira, Tsunami and Bonnet leading the line. We only have 3 players who started the game in our team compared to pretty much a full 2018 team from PSG, which I find quite interesting. Stuperovic is still injured from that Lyon game. Other players are returning from international duty. Other thing I want to talk to you about is episode 100 is coming soon. We will definitely get there. Basically this is episode 37, so in about 13 episodes time. That was due to hit on the 4th of July. I happen to be flying out to Bulgaria on the 6th of July, which has kind of affected my plans a little bit, because what I was thinking was to live stream that episode. So what I was thinking is go all the way up to episode 99 and either we leave Toulouse or we stream a chunk of games, seeing how we feel, how the season is going and whatnot at that point. What I'm thinking of doing is still doing the stream. I don't do enough streams for you guys. Oh, that's a decent strike from Yeremenko, their lone regen. It's actually a very good strike. So, what I was thinking is we still stream that, but it would mean that I wouldn't have content for the week that I'm away. So, the alternative I've got is, I've just done a Total War week on our channel. It was sort of mixed success, but what I'm thinking is doing a Football Manager week instead. That would mean, oh my days, how does that go down as a Dybala goal? That is nowhere near a Dybala goal. Defender kicks it off him basically. So yeah, what I was thinking is do a Football Manager week, and at the end of that week we stream episode 100, and that'll give us a time to find a new club or select a game, run of games that we go for episode 100, stream for 4 or 5, whatever, work that out. You guys let me know what you want. We're 3-0 down here. This is just not like us. We're not this bad, I promise you. So yeah, basically we'd stream a few games, or we stream finding a new club, and maybe the first couple of games if we do it that option. You guys decide that. So we'll do this with the FM week and then streaming at the end of the week. Would you guys be happy with that? If you are, let me know. I'm not sure what the dates for that would work out as. It's going to depend on what kind of time I have for editing, uploading and whatnot. But basically you guys get to decide all that. So this game, we're 3-0 down at half time. We've gave them a bollocking. We're sending them back out. You know, I didn't expect anything from this game, but I expected to compete, and right now we've not competed. It's whipped in again, but nobody dealing with it for us, but it is a goal kick, so that's fine. There was something else I meant to address this episode, channel wise, and I'm forgetting. Just bought a whiteboard to write all this stuff down, but I left it at my partner's house, so that's a bit of a pickle. Yeah, so basically the Total War, this is what I was going to talk about, the Total War series, I'm going to see out with Kirkran, or Kirkran. So I'll see that out, and then I'm going to pick a different game, but I want you guys to let me know what kind of games you would like to see on the channel. I've always been a fan of strategy games, but you know, the Geometry Dash video done very, very well. That is not a strategy game. It's also not a game I'm very good at, as we quite clearly found out. So you guys let me know what kind of games you want to see on the channel, and I am going to bring other games to the channel. If you let me know now, if it's a game that's coming up, new release, that's fine. I'll look into it. The only thing I won't do is stuff like Fortnite or Call of Duty. And FIFA. I've got no interest in them. FIFA for microtransaction reasons, and Fortnite and Call of Duty just because I have no interest in first person shooters. And if I've got no interest in a first person shooter, I'm not going to give you a great game. I'm going to do stuff like Deus Ex because there's a bit of a twist, a bit of a storyline and whatnot to it. So that's fine. That's another decent strike from Casemiro. This is what £312 million can buy you in the summer, by the way, and that's not even touching the surface of this team's value. In terms of our team, however, I'm actually fairly content with it. I think if we get a good goalkeeper, maybe one very, very good defender, and my brain says another striker, but in reality I don't think we really need strikers. And I think we've got a chance that we really could compete for European football this season. Obviously we had a 5-point gap coming into this game as Sergio Roberto tucks that one home. But you know, we've not got an elite team. We're far from having an elite team. We've got decent players, but looking back at the Hearts team that I had, and I've scouted a number of the boys that I've had in the Hearts team, how many of that Hearts team would get into this team? And the answer is actually a fair amount of them would. I mean, not them all, but certainly it would be hard to overlook someone like Z Gomez. It'd be hard to overlook Grant Young, for example, although I think he'd be maybe questionable about given my summer business. The fact that Patev gets in the team and he wasn't guaranteed start at Hearts makes the defence likely. Freddie Woodman would walk into this team because we've got goalkeeper issues, and that's not a denial. I tried so hard to fix those in the summer, as you guys know. I signed 2 goalkeepers, missed out on 3 targets, I think, in that position. I had a shortlist, and I basically signed 2 guys for the future, or 1 guy for the future, and 1 guy who I thought, oh, he'll do. Came in, been knocked out of the team by Garnier again because he didn't perform. He has also complained to me about that, by the way. But he was told really to be quiet. So hopefully Gary kicks on and Garnier either kicks on, or we can find another goalkeeper in January. That's the big area that I need to address, as well as central defence. Really not happy with this performance. 4-0. It's not like us. I think there's only been 3 games that we've not scored in all season, and all 3 of them have been on video. I'd be right in thinking that, wouldn't I? So, didn't score at Nancy, that was on video. We didn't score at PSG, that was on video. We didn't score at Bordeaux, that was on video. Every other game, we've scored at least 1, but in most cases 2 or more goals. That's just insane. That leaves the league table looking with us 5 points ahead of Bordeaux, who have a game in hand, of course. 6 ahead of Rennes. Again, game in hand. Everyone has a game in hand because we played the Friday night game. Schedule wise, when's a good game to come back? Let's come back for Marseille just before the January window, and I can discuss my January thinkings perfectly. It's 4 games away. I think that's a perfect amount of games. Then we go into January, which is for some reason very, very busy in France, and we come back for Monaco. I think that is a very, very good split, actually. So let me know what you guys think on the stuff that I mentioned in regards to the channel. You guys are getting full decision on that. If you've enjoyed this episode, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.